And she had to stay still for 20 whole seconds. It's go time. You don't like the water on... I don't like water on my butt either, Braylee. It's the worst. Dry it off. Do you want me to dry it off? You got it? Oh, hi, Sassy. It's our neighbor cat, Sassy. Hi, kitty kitty. This is not Nemo. Hi, kiki. Hi, kiki. Oh. Hi, kitty. Hi, you just want to be pet today. Sassy. Hi, kitty. Nope, that's not for you. Nope. Oh, this is nice. Chilling in the playhouse. This is a good time for coffee with David. Liking this. We do have something to talk about today, but I think Stacy wanted to talk about it too. It has to do with what we did yesterday. Braylee went to a regular dentist visit. Yeah, last one she was at was 6 months ago. She had to do sedation. Every chance we get, we can only make appointments so often, but when we do, we can make them every 6 months. When we do, we take those opportunities to even just go and get her more comfortable with the dentist. And this visit, wow. I can't talk about it yet because Stacy is not here yet. What you doing, B? Need help? I have Stacy with me up in the playhouse now. How about that?
I needed to eat lunch. I was hangry. We all get hangry in this house from time to time.
So yeah, as I was saying, we have something to talk to you about the dentist today.
Yeah.
We went yesterday.
Yesterday was the best dentist appointment we've ever had with Braylee. And I think that there's a lot of things that contributed to that. So we got this set. We've had it in mind for a little while. We finally got it for her. It's really great so that she can get that hands-on approach to kind of getting familiar with some of the tools in toy form, kind of what's going on, and get all the visuals and better views to see what's going on. And then we can also talk to her about it as we go through that as well, which I think is beneficial.
And even before that, last time we did a practice dental visit, they gave us some dental tools to practice with Braylee,
which I think we talked about in the last video. In
the last dental video, yeah. Mm-hmm. And this time, so her sedation dentistry was 6 months ago. So this time we did a regular visit to practice on getting used to going to the dentist office. So hopefully someday we don't have to do sedation every time.
Yeah, our goal is ultimately to be able to even just have her go some or all of the time to office visits and not have to do sedation, maybe unless work needs done. She really blew us away yesterday. They were able to get in there and count all of her teeth. She sat in the chair comfortably.
Yeah, she sat in the chair, and they did have a TV above her that helped. And then they had some things that she could play with.
Things that we have found really useful for Braylee's success at yesterday's dental visit. We did lots of models. So they have model dental kits, you know, for kids, toy ones. They come in different varieties. The one we have does, you know, flossing, mirrors, the little toy drills, and the fluoride stuff that they brush on for cleaning, and all of that stuff. So it's really good role playing for them to be comfortable with that. it gives a chance to do more of a hands-on practice. And then we did do some social stories and talking her through everything, really explaining what's happening. And it helped having our dentists and hygienists on board with that and knowing not to push her too much because we don't want it to be aversive.
Once we hold her down for any reason
Or have
or
a bad
force
experience.
anything to create a bad experience,
She remembers.
she remembers, and we have seen that when that happens, she will not even, like the first time after that terrible visit, a long time ago, she would not step foot into that dentist's office.
In a sense, it's a little traumatic. Probably more than a little for her.
She was held down for cleaning to get her teeth cleaned because that was the only way that we knew how to do it back then.
Right, and now we know better. We don't do that, you know. Yeah. We all learn through time and experience on a lot of stuff, I think, as parents.
We've been making sure that she's not being pushed into anything that's uncomfortable or sensory overload, stuff like that. Just
we really
keeping
follow
her comfortable.
her lead.
Yeah.
And take her cues, you know, vocal cues, body language.
Yeah, the minute like she seemed frustrated yesterday, just back off, give her a little time, give her something, give her model magic.
Braylee's always go-to, so fidgets or something to keep the hands busy and kind of let that decompress all the sensory needs and giving that input. But on the other token, if it's a loud dentist office or you know that the tools are going to be too loud, bringing headphones. And then they didn't use the lights, but if they do use the overhead lights, sunglasses are helpful because even when I go to the dentist, they give you like some coverage on your eyes because it is such a bright light. So she sat in the chair really comfortably. She found herself calm. She had her model magic in hand, a show on the screen above her. They just kind of got familiar. They handed her some of the safe tools, so like the mirror. And also, for Braylee, seeing things is really important for her. And so they also had a hand mirror put in front of her, so while she's checking out these tools and while they're doing things, she can also see what's happening from that perspective, which I think was very beneficial this time. It was really, really good. And we noted that because when we work on teeth brushing and flossing at home, a lot of it is mirrored by us or in the actual mirror. She likes to very visibly see what's going on. And also, something we never thought would happen, she surprised us, always full of surprises. They got x-rays. So they weren't the bite wing x-rays, but they did get the panoramic type x-ray.
Like the full 360
yeah,
x-ray?
the one that goes...
She saw them run the machine. Yeah, it's a big circular thing that goes around her head.
They gave the full description of what was going to happen and the sounds that would come with it.
And they gave her the piece that she bites down on beforehand to practice with and show her, this is where you bite. And she had to stay still for 20 whole seconds, like completely still.
Which is so hard for Braylee.
What do you know? First try.
She nailed it.
She stood there so still, biting down on it for 20 seconds, and they got a clear 360 picture of her dental situation. It was such a proud moment.
Yeah,
just because
it was. I don't think they understood how
how big that
ecstatic
was.
we were for her to do that.
Yeah, especially since
comfortably do that.
2 years ago she wouldn't step foot in a dentist office.
She wouldn't sit in the chair.
We'd get to the waiting room and she would not go any
out.
further. Yeah, she got really she got scared.
She was anxious. She'd have her scared screaming.
Yep.
It's a big step forward for her.
She goes in there with a smile on her face.
And they got to count all of her teeth.
And guess what? Guess what else?
What else?
Whatever we're doing it okay because no work needs to be done.
At least from what they could tell, the x-rays aren't as detailed as the actual bite wing ones, but they said that they can make do with those for now.
Yeah, because they did them 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and you normally only do them once a year.
Yeah.
So
they said that there's nothing notable that they could tell needed done, which is great news.
Whatever we're doing with her teeth must be working.
And at home, we're seeing a lot of progress at home with her brushing and flossing. So Braylee just started flossing probably a month ago.
Yeah, I think we showed you guys that too.
She and I will face each other and she'll copy what I'm doing. And we've also translated that to toothbrushing. So we've always talked about Braylee's U-shaped toothbrush. We're now moving on to her little Oral-B spin brush. And so she and I are brushing teeth together and we're brushing different regions and she is mimicking what I'm doing as well. We don't have hers turned on yet. We just want her to get the motions and then we're going to turn it on so that as she's moving, it's also spinning so it gets even more clean. that's been really successful for us.
We have learned that Braylee is more receptive when she's mirroring us instead of doing like hand over hand or hand under hand or
even explaining it
or doing it ourselves, like brushing ourselves, us brushing her teeth. Yeah, her doing it herself seems to be the most effective
beneficial
right now. Yeah. She has probably been able to clean her teeth the best
that we've ever had
seen.
her. Still kid toothbrushing. I mean, it's not the most thorough, but we are getting there. And
I'm
so proud
she
of
still
her.
doesn't spit toothpaste out either. That's something that we're working on too,
Yeah.
is getting her to be able to spit it out. So that is our dental progress. I don't know if you've been around for a while.
We've talked about this so many times.
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of dentist stuff, and I remember our very first, like, I'm pretty sure we explained the whole, like, we recorded after that tough situation.
Yeah, it was a
few
rough
years ago.
visit.
She has definitely come a long way with the dentist, and we're just so proud of her.
Well, we would have not thought it possible, I think. Because when you're in that moment, you just think, this is how it's always going to be.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be a struggle. And she is resilient and amazing and capable.
Having the right supports for her does make a big difference.
Yeah. And it's such a combination of things, too.
Yeah.
We've tried so many different things over the years, and I think we've really found our happy spot. Goldilocks style, just right. We found the one that's just right. All of the tools that are working best for her.
Yeah, and we hope that maybe something that we do will help you with your kid.
Yeah, hopefully it kind of gives some ideas to somebody else who may have been where we were.
And we know that not everything works the same for everybody.
And it's a lot easier said than done, usually.
Yeah. But remember, consistency and persistence, and a lot of repetition.
Cheers, praise, rewards.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Let's get back to the playground, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks for visiting me with Coffee with David.
Is this Coffee with David?
I made it in Coffee David.
I guess it is more of a stationary, seated thing.
Thanks for being my guest on Coffee with David.
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprise guest to me. Too old to be sitting like that.
I think we need something cushy up here.
Get like some pillows.
Is there outdoor, like, can get wet pillows?
Man, I gotta run over all those bugs.
Yeah. Can we get outdoor
patio furniture?
Just like
cushions.
2 times.
You know the long ones? Thanks for blocking my whole face.
I re-record the first part. So I'm gonna need you to leave.
I was saying just cushions, like how the patio furniture have cushions that you can buy at Target, you know?
Those long cushions?
Yeah, just cushions.
You can probably just get 2 of them.
Put 2 lounger ones up here?
That'd be so nice.
I'm waiting for this bug to come up so I can flick him away. I don't have to run him over with my body.
I forgot.
It was very frosty.